spoilers for the most recent episode of Dr. Stone. This shit means something to me, bro. Happy Pride Month, everyone. We got it. I have talked about Stanley and Zeno a decent amount on this app. I'm a big Dr. Stone fan. I've discussed this before. And to see this scene come to fruition during Pride Month, despite the fears that, it would be altered or changed, I feel as though a weight has been lifted off my shoulder. This scene is a perfect summary of Stanley and Zeno's relationship. I think it is just such a fantastic case study into their dynamic and how they operate. The fact that Stanley, fresh out of Stone, one of the first things he did was reach out. Before he even agreed to do this mission, he reached out and he checked Zeno's face to ensure that Zeno was safe. He was checking to make sure that after all of this time, Zeno was safe. I think one of the interesting things to think about here is, what would have happened if he, saw bruises? What would have happened in that context? You can already assume how someone like Stanley would have reacted because that is the kind of character that he is. He is so enamored and, let's say it here, let's be honest, in love with Zeno that, his first, oh my god, Zeno is Stanley's world, and this is just such a, fantastic embodiment of that. The reason he's a great, it's because, well, Zeno wants me to. Truly, you cannot convince me that these two are not in love. That's what I'll say about them. Especially after this episode. I've seen people talk about how, oh, are we really sure that we can let Stanley out? He's kind of a loose cannon. Are you sure that you... Yes, you can, because Zeno is there. You don't understand how, no shade on my boy, you don't understand how obsessed Stanley is with Zeno. If Zeno was cool with the Kingdom of Science, Stanley is cool with the Kingdom of Science. He's not gonna attack them. Of course he's not going to attack them. Zeno doesn't want him to, I don't know. It's just so interesting to see that even after all of the time that has passed, Stanley has been in Stone for, I think, around, I think it's 12 years, because it was 7 from Suika, and then if you add the 5 on that it's been since Zeno wasn't petrified, I'm pretty sure it's 12. Considering the fact that Stanley, during the first petrification, stayed awake for that entire amount of time, I'm kind of assuming that he was also awake during this petrification. And the thing is, even after all that, it's still Zeno. That is still the first thing on his mind. One of the first actions he takes, reaching out, and let's be honest here, that was more than just checking to see if he's okay. He did a little lip brush, that's not necessary. He didn't have to do all that. At first maybe, but let's be honest here, guys. I don't know. I'm just gonna take this as a win, because even though some people are still under the impression that, Stanley and Zeno listen, look at the narrative, look at their actions, you can even look at things that Boichi himself has tweeted, and the implication there, it's clearly meant to be representative of a romantic relationship. I can go over the details, I can go over all the evidence that we have, but I'd be here all day. It is clearly meant to be indicative of a romantic relationship, and I think that is just such a win, especially with a shonen manga. The idea that this kind of dynamic is being depicted in this way is not inherently, the entire plot doesn't revolve around that idea. It is just subtle, it's in the background, and it's just so good. They're not depicted as heroes, they're not depicted as these useless side characters. Their relationship is so, I don't know. I just love these two. Let me know if you want a deeper analysis. I will make a video for Pride Month, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.